Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Today, we kick off our spring sports broadcast schedule with a bang as Lompoc Braves baseball hosts the Cabrillo Conquistadors in their Channel League opener. I'm Greg Ratcliffe, broadcasting live from Dan Botery Field here at Lompoc High School, where the 1-4 Braves are set to take on the 0-3 Conquistadors. Cabrillo takes the field today winless on the season, having lost both games of an early season doubleheader to Pioneer Valley before suffering a 22-5 drubbing by Arroyo Grande. That loss was way back on the 19th of last month, so today is the first time the Conks have played in over 2 weeks. Lompoc hasn't fared much better either so far, and they lost a pair to Arroyo Grande, then dropped 2 more to San Luis Obispo before getting their first win of the season, a 5-4 victory over Rigetti back on the 25th. So, with these teams off to slow starts and coming off extended periods between games, both are looking to turn things around today and get league play off to a strong start with a win. Only one of them is going to be able to do it, however, and we'll see how that goes as the day goes on. Unfortunately, Statmeister Mike Loney not able to attend today, so you're stuck with me for the duration. As always, I wish you luck with that. On the mound for the Braves today, starting off, number 24, Oscar Rojas, their primary starter from last season. Unfortunately, they don't have any stats posted for the team yet, so I'm not going to be able to give you any numbers on Oscar or anybody else. We'll try and gather some up as we go along. Oscar out there doing his warm-ups right now. We should let you know that across the other side of the Lompoc campus, there is a softball game about to start. Lompoc girls hosting the Lady Conks over there in their season opener as well. We have some spies over there in that neighborhood, and we're hoping to get some scoring information as it becomes available from the softball diamond as well. So stay tuned for that, you softball fans. And keep in mind that over the course of the season, we not only cover baseball for Lompoc and Cabrillo, but softball as well. So stick with us for that as the season goes on. And we are about to get underway. Leading off for the Conquistadors today is number 17, Hunter Barthel, right-hander. Barthel takes strike one. Barthel, a 6'2", 170-pound junior, takes one low and inside for 1-1. Barthel drills this one into left field right down the line. That's going to go into the corner for a double, a stand-up double, no doubt. Indeed it is. So Hunter Barthel with a 2-bagger to start things off. And all of a sudden, the Conquistadors in business with a runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the first. That'll take us to Austin Wolf, number 5, batting in the 2 spot. Another right-hander. That one just misses a bit outside for ball 1. Austin, one of the many seniors on this Cabrillo squad. Fouls that one off the plate back over towards the Braves dugout. Evens the count of 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here in the first with a runner at second for Cabrillo. A beautiful day here at Botery Field as well. Nice crowd on both sides, as you would expect for the baseball version of the big game. Wolf takes a big swing at that one, comes up empty for strike 2. This is the first of 3 meetings of these teams this season. Next one coming up in about 2 weeks, I think, on the 26th, 24th. That one will be out of Cabrillo. Pickoff throw over to second, not in time, as Barthel slides in head first safely. One and two the count at the plate to Austin Wolf. High and away for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's inside around the belt for ball 3. Oscar being a little more deliberate out on the mound than I'm used to seeing him. He's usually got a pretty fast pace on it, taking his time here so far today. Outside corner, strike 3 called, and Austin Wolf goes down looking for out number 1. Batting in the number 3 spot, Casey ahead. Playing first base today for the Cubs when they get on defense. Looks at one outside for ball 1. Casey, not a big kid, 5'8", 160. Junior. Chopper over towards second. Should be an easy play at first, and there's out number 2. And in the meantime, Hunter Barthel trots over to third. So 2 down now here in the top of the first. Barthel at third base. And the left-handed Luke Kovac comes up to the plate. Takes one inside for ball 1. That one's high and a bit in. 2 balls now to Kovac. Oscar trying to get out of a little bit of a jam here in the first. Well hit to left field. That is a fair ball just inside the line. Barthel will score from third. And another stand-up double here in the top of the first. Scores the first run of the day. It'll go to Cabrillo, and it's 1-0 Cogs. 2 well-hit balls here in the first inning. Both doubles down the third base line. And the second one scores a run. Brings up A.J. Simmons. Takes strike 1 called on the outside corner. Kovac over at second. Check swing, just held it up. Evens the count of 1-1. Simmons takes a nice hack at that one. Comes up empty for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. Runner at second. 1 run across here for the Cabrillo Conquistadors in the top of the first. That one's high from Oscar. Evens the count of 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Deuces are wild here at Motor Review. That one's in the dirt from Rojas, and it's a full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Drilled over towards third. Picked out of the dirt. Long throw across the field. First forward to record out number 3. So 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left for Cabrillo here in the top of the first after 1 inning. It's Conquistadors 1 and the Braves coming to bat. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here with you from Dan Botery Field. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here today. Our next game will be on the 10th. I believe that's next Tuesday, as we will be heading out to the Cabrillo Sports Complex from the San Marcos Royals. We'll visit the Cabrillo girls in the Channel League softball action. First pitch scheduled for 3:30. Hope you can join us for that. And speaking of softball action, getting word from across the campus, 1 inning complete over on the softball diamond, and there is no score. That should be a good one over there. Both the girls teams looking pretty good so far this season. Some interesting things going on around the Lompoc Valley here that we should tell you about. Don't forget the census is coming up. Starting next week, I believe, you will have the opportunity to make yourself heard as far as the census is concerned. You should be getting invitations in the mail pretty soon. Please don't forget to fill them out. Everybody in your family should be noted. It's important to get federal funding to the community, and that's how the census gets that done. 2020census.gov is where you can go for more information. That should be starting next week. So Luke Kovac will be on the mound for the Conquistadors here to start things off in the bottom of the first inning. I believe we've got Steven Espinoza going to be the leadoff batter for the Braves. As Lompoc finds themselves down 1-0 here early after half an inning. And indeed it is. Espinoza to lead things off, number 22. Espinoza, a right-hander. Kovac sends the first pitch in low for ball 1. There's a called strike. 1-1 now to Espinoza. Hopefully, as the season goes on, we can get some stats for these guys and we can tell you how they're doing. Line drive off the glove. It's short. Nice try out there. Ethan Malta out there made a leaping grab at that one. Just went off the kind of ice cream coned it and fell off into the dirt. So Espinoza will go to first with no outs. And I'm not the official scorer, but I'm going to call that one a hit because that was the reach to try and grab that one out of the air. Throw to first, not in time, as Espinoza gets his uniform dirty. Oscar Rojas, today's starting pitcher for the Braves, batting in the 2 spot, up to bat. Looks at one outside for ball 1. We have a wonderful vantage point here today, screened off right behind home plate. Go back outside again with that one for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Espinoza at first with no outs here in the Braves first. Another casual throw over to first base, keeping Espinosa honest. Pitch way wide and off the backstop. Espinosa will trot over to second, unabated. That one was way off the mark and is now 3 balls and no strikes to Oscar Rojas. Oscar taking all the way on that one. Looks at called strike one. Three 1 pitch. Fouled off the screen. And from 3-0 to a full count, 3-2 here all of a sudden, Oscar. Rojas with an RBI opportunity out there at second base in the form of Espinosa. Little dribbler goes back to Kovac just to the right of the mound. He can't handle it. No throw to first. And everybody's safe. Espinosa gets to third. Rojas stands at first. And the Braves have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the first inning. First pitch fouled out of play. This is Isaiah Hernandez. Hernandez, a lefty at the plate. Runner going to second, and he will go without a throw. A little double steal action going on there. Couldn't draw a throw from behind the plate, so we'll have runners at second and third. With no outs. And an 0-2 count to Hernandez. High fly ball, shallow right. Catch is made. Espinosa tags in from third, and he'll slide into home safely for the first run for the Braves. So Hernandez with the sac fly scores Espinosa, and it's 1-1. We're tied up. 1 out now for the Braves. Bridger Coleman now, number 13, up to bat for the Braves with 1 down. Rojas went all the way to third on the play. And Coleman takes strike 1. Ooh, nice looking pitch, dropped right into the strike zone. No balls, 2 strikes. To Coleman, Bridger Coleman. That one a bit off the mark, 1-2. Low and in the dirt with that one. Nice stop behind the plate. Evens the count of 2 apiece. One after a low one. Ball came loose behind the plate. They'll throw him out at first for out number 2. Rojas has to hold at third. So now 2 down. Sean Mua up, number 3. Takes ball one. And looks at one low and away for ball two. Two and oh, the count. Two down now. Rojas still over at third. This one's drilled over towards second. And unable to grab it and make the play in time, Rojas will score the second run. And Mua will be safe at first. Score that one as an error, I think. Either way, 2 runs across for the Braves. And Ryan Morgan up the bat with Mua at first. Ryan takes strike one. Comes up empty on a swing for strike two. Morgan playing his last high school ball here this spring. Oh, on the run. Morgan fouls it out of play. Morgan set to go off and place the ball in Arizona next fall. Swung on and missed for strike three. Morgan will go down swinging, and that'll retire the Braves here in the first. But they answer with 2 runs of their own. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. So after 1 complete inning here at Dan Bottery Field, our score is now the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. I'm Greg Ratcliffe, broadcasting from Lompoc High School, as we say. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a full schedule coming up this spring. I think we've got 11 games on our schedule starting today all the way through April 30th. Lompoc and Cabrillo, baseball and softball. A little something from everybody. Again, we'll be out at Cabrillo next Tuesday, and the San Marcos Royals will visit the Cabrillo girls softball team. That game starts at 3:30. Hope you can be with us for that. And something else coming up here in the Lompoc Valley here pretty soon is a fundraiser going on at the Lompoc Elks Lodge for Boy Scouts Troop number 2274. It's a dinner and auction. The dinner features chicken, beef, bread, beans, and salad, along with an auction and all sorts of other fun stuff going on for only $30. Money goes to help the 2274 troop go to the National Scout Ranch in New Mexico. So if you want a good meal and a good time and help a good cause, see the Elks Lodge on the 14th at 6 p.m. Back to baseball we go. Top of the second inning, leading off for the Conquistadors, Vicente Canjola. He's quickly down 0-2 on the count. And swings at strike 3, and he'll go down with 3 pitches. And quickly 1 away here for the Conquistadors in the second inning. This should be Ethan Malta, number 2. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Oscar getting a little more rhythm now than he had in the first inning, working with a little more pace. This one drilled over to third. It's a hot shot off the glove. And no throw to first. So Malton makes it to first. I'm going to call that one an error. Again, I'm not the official scorer. And there's a lot of people that are thankful for that, believe me. So 1 out and 1 on here for the Cox in the second. Zach Radabaugh up now, number 16. That's ball 2 to Radabaugh, playing second base for the Conks this afternoon, batting right-handed. Nice solid pitch by Oscar for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Got the corner on that one for strike 2 call. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Quick throw to first, not in time. But 2 down now here after a pair of strikeouts by Oscar Rojas. And that takes us to number 14, Alfredo Cruz. Little flare into shallow right. This is going to drop. And everybody's safe as Malta trots over to third. Cruz is at first, so with 2 outs, the Conquistadors have runners at first and third, and they will go back to the top of the order with Hunter Barthel. First pitch to Barthel is high for ball 1. 2-1 is our score. Lompoc leads after 1. We're in the top of the second. Cabrillo trying to add to their tally. Nice high heat from Rojas for a swinging strike. 1-1. Oscar shakes off a couple of pitches. Now he's ready. Ooh, got him on the off speed. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ray's 1 strike away from getting out of a little jam here in the second. Got him looking. Barthel goes down watching strike 3 go by. And that'll record the 3rd strikeout of the inning for Oscar Rojas and retire the Conquistadors. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. So after 1.5 here at Dan Botery Field, our score remains the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Last we heard from the softball game across the way, it was no score after 1. We'll keep you posted when we get an update about that. Well, this is Friday, huh? I should tell you about what's coming on tonight. Forgot this is Friday. Every Friday night, if you're not a regular KPEG listener, if you are, you already know this, but we'll tell you anyway. 6 p.m. on Friday nights, we have a show called New Tracks. That's where yours truly gets to show you and give you a listen to 7 brand new songs that we've just added to our KPEG rotation. Tonight will be a very interesting show. I can promise you that. If you want to tune in after the game at 6 p.m. this evening, you will hear a brand new edition of New Tracks, and you'll hear some stuff I hope you like. New Tracks every Friday night at 6. Also replays Monday at noon and Wednesday at 3 p.m. So hope you can tune in for one of those airings. So it's a lot of fun. New Tracks. So, where are we here? Going to start things off in the bottom of the second inning. This will be Dylan Bailey, number 21. Left-hander looks at ball one just outside. And that's kind of deja vu. Same place, same result. 2 balls, no strikes. Care for 3 in a row. And all 3 of those pitches were located in just about the same place. 3-0 pitch. Across the plate, but low with that one. Ball 4 and 4 balls, and Dylan Bailey is at first with a walk. Number 11, Gunnar Thomas, up to bat now. Squares to bunt, knocks it down third base, but foul. Some good pace on it, but it drifted foul pretty early. So Thomas will come back and try that one again. Bailey go back to first. Kovac adjust his shoes a little bit, and we'll get back to baseball. Thomas doesn't show a bunt that time, but takes a ball. Be 1-1. Runner going. High chopper towards the mound. Kovac gets it, throws to first to record out number 1. But Thomas did what he was supposed to do. Advances the runner. Bailey now at second with 1 out. Bradley Waite up to bat for the Braves now. Takes strike 1. Bradley wearing number 12 these days. Braves have a runner at second with 1 down here in the second inning. And Waite's going to get beamed on the leg with that one. Bailey was on the run. He'll have to go back to second, but Waite will take first after getting hit by a pitch. So 2 on for the Braves with 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order for the Braves with Steven Espinoza. Just outside for ball 1. Runners at first and second for Lompoc. High fly ball, center field, about midway. Should be playable, and is. Tag up at second, all the way to third. Draws the throw, and then the runner at first will go to second. Good base running by the Braves. Espinoza with the sac fly. Both runners advance. Now 2 outs with runners at second and third. And pitcher Oscar Rojas up to bat. Drills the first pitch into center field, but catches it on the fly. Well done out there in center to record out number 3 and retire the Braves here in the second. No runs on a couple of hits, 2 stranded for the Braves after 2 complete here at Bottery Field. Our score remains Lompoc 2, Cabrillo 1. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Still no updates from the softball diamond. That must be quite a second inning they're having over there. Either that or my spies fell asleep. I'm not sure which. But you will know what I know. Another fun show we have over on KPEG, just to keep you informed about what's going on, is called the Lompoc Local Music Hour, hosted by my good friend Casey Farah, well involved in the local music scene. He introduces you to some local artists, not only here from Lompoc, but all around the Central Coast. Local music, produced, written, and performed by local artists, and exclusively featured on the Local Music Hour, only on KPEG Radio. So I hope you can join us for that. That's on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. with Casey Farah, the Local Lompoc Music Hour. And I think we just might have a softball update. And indeed we do. 2 innings complete in softball. It is now 3-0 Braves. Back here on the baseball diamond, it's 2-1 Braves, and we'll go to the top of the third. This is Austin Wolf up to bat with a 1-1 count. Takes a hack at that one. Gets nothing but air, and it's the ball and 2 strikes. Musker getting into his rhythm now, I think. Swung on a miss. Ball gets away, way over to the Lompoc dugout. And Austin Wolf is going to hustle his way into first safely after a missed third strike. I've seen a lot of damage done sometimes with past third strikes. See if Cabrillo can capitalize. Casey Head up to bat now. With 1 on and nobody out. Takes ball 1. Squares to bunt. Drops it right in front of the plate. Nice throw to second. Boom, got him. I think that's Bridger Coleman behind the plate with a nice scoop and throw to second to record out number 1. Picked off that lead runner. Well done. That'll bring up Luke Kovac, a little pitcher-on-pitcher action here in the third. Luke will take strike 1. One after a low one. Strike 2. No balls on 2 strikes to Kovac. Casey Head over at first. Smacks this one foul. Count stays at 0-2. Nice pitch, just misses the outside portion of the plate. 1-2 now. Oscar with a throw to first, not in time. Dylan Bailey over there at first for the Braves today. That one got the outside corner. Strike three called as Kovac goes down looking for out number 2. That brings up A.J. Simmons. Another throw to first, and that one was a lot closer, but not quite. Fouled over towards the Lompoc dugout. Bailey will get back there to make the grab in foul territory to record the out and retire the side. So Cabrillo comes up empty here in the third. No runs. One left. So after 2.5 here at Dan Bottery Field, our score remains the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Let's take a look at the Braves' upcoming schedule. We mentioned they lost 2 games to Arroyo Grande to start the season, then 2 more to San Luis Obispo the following week. Picked up a win against Forgetti, a one-run win. And next, they're going to travel to San Ynez to take on the Pirates next Tuesday. Our next Braves baseball broadcast. Looking down here real quick. Well, it'll be the next time these two teams meet. Lompoc will be visiting Cabrillo out at Cabrillo High School. That's on the 24th. We'll be there for that one. And then we will have Lompoc hosting Santa Barbara on April 24th. And then our final broadcast of the year will be the same Lompoc baseball team hosting Dos Pueblos on April 30th. So we go to the bottom of the third now. First pitch is outside for ball 1. This is Isaiah Hernandez, number 4. The 1-1 count now. No, and drops in just inside. 2-1 now to Hernandez. Got the tip of the bat on that one, fouls it out of play. Takes us to a 2-2 count. Goes down and grabs that one. It's going to drop into the glove out there on right. Nice play. That's Austin Wolf out there playing right field. A nice job to corral that one. That had double written all over it. But as it is, it's 1 out. And Bridger Coleman up to bat. Fouls the first pitch high and out of play. Back into the parking lot for strike 1. Fouls that one off the hands and off the screen for strike 2. Coleman quickly in an 0-2 hole here with 1 out. Two-strike pitch from Kovac. High fly ball. left center. And another nice catch out there. Barthel out there, I think, in left to make that catch for 2 down.
Up to bat, number 3.
John Mua now, number 3. Looks at one low for ball 1. Two outs, bases clear here in the Braves half of the third. That one misses outside for ball 2. 2-1, Lompoc leads here. No scoring since the first inning. Mua takes a hack at that one. Two and one now. Then Mua to first base safely with a 2-out single. And number 5, Ryan Morgan, steps into the batter's box for the Braves. With 2 out and a runner at first. Looks at strike 1. You look at Morgan, and he's just, kid's built like an athlete. Goes after one outside. Throw to first. Gets past the first baseman, and Mua will take off to second base. So on a throwing error, Mua takes second. Count at the plate is 0-2 to Morgan. With 2 down. Ball gets loose, and Mua will go to third, turns the corner, and holds up. One ball and 2 strikes to Ryan Morgan. Mua now all the way over at third. Just inside on that one. Quebec wanted that one. But it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled high off the screen. Count stays even. 2-2. Got him swinging. Strike 3 to Morgan. And that'll retire the Braves here in the third. No runs on 1 hit. A couple of throwing errors, 1 left on base. So after 3 complete here at Bottery Field, our score remains the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG. I'm Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate you being along. We're going to be here all season long. This is game 1 of an 11-game broadcast schedule. We're going to enjoy every single one of them. I promise you that. What else is going on around Lompoc? Oh, there's a concert coming up. A week from today, as a matter of fact, next Friday on the 13th, Friday the 13th, at the First United Methodist Church, you have the opportunity to hear a fantastic flautist named Janine Geckeritz, very well known, plays in a very prestigious orchestra in Salt Lake City, Utah. and is well renowned all over the country. She's going to be playing at the United Methodist Church. Doors open at 6:45. Show starts at 7:30. If you would like more information or to get tickets, 588-5971. I've heard this lady play of the takes strike one and takes strike two. So Vincente down 0-2 here in a hurry. Pittsburgh steps off the rubber and gets reorganized, and here we go. 0-2 pitch from Rojas. Smacked over towards second. Should be a prey to the first, and one down. That'll bring up Ethan Malta. Low and in for ball one. That one in the dirt. Fouled off the screen right above our heads here. Evens account at one apiece. One ball, one strike, one out. Bases clear here in the Cabrillo half of the fourth. Chopper over to short. Could be hard to handle. On the run is the throw. Got him. Well done by the Braves. Espinoza gathered that one up on the run and threw a dart over to first to record out number two. So with two out, we will look at Zach Radabaugh. He'll come up with strike one on an empty swing. Duplicates that process for strike two. No balls, two strikes, two outs. Got him looking on the inside corner. Strike three called, and that will retire the Conquistadors here in the fourth. A clean inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 3.5 here at Bottery Field, our score remains the Braves 2, the Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Take a look at the Channel League standings. We mentioned, of course, that this is the first league game of the season, but they've been playing some pre-league ball here early, and some patterns are starting to show up. Santa Barbara Dons looking pretty strong to start things off this year at 5-1. Dos Pueblos in behind them in the 2 spot with a 3-1-1 record. San Ynez, the Pirates, sitting in the 3 spot at 4-2. San Marcos coming in at 4-3. Got the Braves at 1-4, as we mentioned, and Cabrillo, the only winless team in the Channel League so far, at 0-3. And offense has been a bit of a problem for the Conquistadors so far this year. In their 3 previous games, they've scored a total of 9 runs, including 1 shutout. More on all that later. We'll get to the Braves half of the 4th inning now, as Dylan Bailey comes up to start things off for Lompoc. Fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Who goes after a high one. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to Dylan Bailey. Just got the tip of the bat on that one. Fouls it back towards us to keep the count at 0-2. Just got a piece of that one. Kovac now back on the mound and ready for the 0-2 pitch. Make that 1-2, now make it 2-2. High fly ball over towards second base. Infield fly, makes the catch, and then there's the out. Ethan Malta underneath that one to make the catch and record out number 1 for the Braves here in the 4th. Gunnar Thomas now up to bat for Lompoc. Fouls the first one off for strike 1. Looks at strike 2 on the outside corner. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. Nice stop by Cruz behind the plate. And Thomas will foul this one off down first baseline. Count stays 1-2. 1 out here in the Braves 4th. It's a 2-1 Lompoc lead. The 1-2 pitch from Kovac. Foul just behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Kovac inside with that one. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Bases are clear. This one smacked back to Kovac. Nice snatch on the way by. Quick throw over to first. Nice reaction by Kovac there to grab that one. Pivots, throws to first, and records out number 2. Well done. Bradley Waite steps in now. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off for strike 1. One pitch. Just misses inside. 1-1 now. To Bradley Waite with 2 down, nobody on. Fly ball to shallow center field, should be playable, and is. So 3 up, 3 down for the Braves here in the 4th. And we've done 4 complete innings here at Bottery Field. Our score remains the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors. Your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. And we're getting word from the softball diamond. Cabrillo had, hang on here. Cabrillo had the bases loaded with one out and came up empty. So it's 3-0 over there in softball field with the Braves on top. Back here on the baseball side, it's 2-1 Braves lead after 4. Talked a little about the Conquistadors last inning. Let's see what the Braves have done so far offensive-wise. There's a little more productivity than the Conquistadors have had. They've scored 23 runs in 5 games. They've also played a couple more games as well. Highest scoring output was a 7-run loss to Roy Grande. Eagles sounding like they got a pretty good ball club this year, while they're not in the Channel League. Okay, we go to the top of the 5th. This will be Alfredo Cruz. Smacks the first pitch over towards first. And Dylan Bailey will take that one himself. Step on the bag and record the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's pretty efficient. Back to the top of the order for the Conquistadors with number 17, Hunter Barthel. Jack Wayne couldn't hold back, though. Appeal to first base, and it is a swing for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Rojas, smacked over, trying to get in the hole between first and second. But nice throw over to first. We'll record out number 2. Hernandez playing over at second base for the Braves today. Picked that one up nicely through to first, and we've got 2 down here in the Cabrillo half of the 5th. Brings up Austin Wolf, number 5. He'll swing at the first pitch, and he'll strike 1. Austin, a 6'1", 165-pound senior. Tried to get to first on a hit batter, but they're going to call that one a foul ball. So it's 0-2 with 2 outs. And then got him looking for strike 3 called. And a quick inning for the Braves defensively here in the 5th. As the Conquistadors go in order. 4.5 complete here at Bottery Field. Our score remains the Braves 2, the Conquistadors 1. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here with you. Mike Statmaster Loney, unable to attend today. We wish him well and hope he can get better soon and join us. Let's see, what else can we got? We can tell you about Dan's Lompoc is coming up. I think it's the 4th annual Dance Lompoc competition. Types of music, raising funds, fun. And if I'm not mistaken, Lompoc Athletic Director Claudia Chironis is going to be one of the people dancing this year. So that in itself is worth the price of admission. More information on that, you can call the Lompoc Valley Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau at 736-4567. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. And the top of the order for the Braves, Espinosa takes ball 2. Three straight balls from Luke Kovac. And Espinosa is now ahead of the count. 3 balls and no strikes. And Espinosa will walk to first on 4 consecutive balls. So with no outs and a man on first, Oscar Rojas will take to the plate. Oscar looks at strike 1. Pitcher on pitcher here in the bottom of the fifth. Haven't had any scoring since the first inning. Throw to first. Not in time. Casey Head over there playing first base for the Conks today. Another throw. Espinosa back head first. Done that a few times today. He undoubtedly has the dirtiest uniform on the field so far. Nice block behind the plate there by Cruz. Keeps Espinosa at first. Count goes to 1-1 on Oscar. Another throw to first. That was kind of casual. Trying to keep Espinosa close to the bag. And there he goes. And a shot over there to left field. Hit and run was on. Second. Rojas to first. And with no outs, the Braves are a business here in the fifth inning with runners at first and second. Isaiah Hernandez now will squares to bunt, pops it up. Head comes over to first, from first to make the catch. And the runners will have to hold. One to two, popped it up top. And Bridger Coleman, number 13, will step into the batter's box for Lompoc. With 1 down now. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. To Bridger Coleman. Runners at first and second for the Braves with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Lompoc leading 2-1. Ball in the dirt. Both runners take off. And they'll both be safe standing up with no throw. So that's big now, with both runners in scoring position. A single will score at least. Coleman looking at a 1-2 count. Goes after a low one for strike 3 and out number 2. Brings up Sean Moa. Fouls the first pitch right back off the screen. Low one pitch to Moa. Fouls that one off into the parking lot. Quickly down 0-2 is Moa with 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position for Lompoc here in the 5th at second and third. Espinoza and Rojas. Low and away on that one, ball 1. 1-2 now. Just a bit high with that one. Moa's not a big guy. He's got a smaller strike zone than some of these guys. So that one was swung on and missed for strike 3. Kovac with the heat. And that'll retire the Braves here in the 5th. No runs. 2 hits. No errors. 2 left. So after 5 complete here at Bottery Field, our score is still Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here with you from Bottery Field on a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Couldn't ask for a better day. The wind can get kind of nasty here at Bottery sometimes, coming in off the west part of the valley, but it's relatively calm today. We appreciate that. Trust me. Keeping you informed, we have last thing we heard from softball across the way, it was still 3-0 Braves. We've got several Braves softball games on our schedule as well. This is our first Braves softball game. April 3rd, Braves girls will host the San Ynez Pirates. We'll also see them on the 28th of April when they host the Dos Pueblos Chargers. So we've got softball, we got baseball, we got Cabrillo, we got Lompoc. We got it all right here at KPEG, and we hope you can join us every single game because it's a lot of fun. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. Leading things off for the Conquistadors in the 6th inning will be number 9, Casey Head, first baseman. Casey is 5'8", 160 pounds, right-handed junior. First pitch swinging comes up empty. Strike 1. Ooh, snuck that one in the lower portion of the strike zone. Strike 2 called. Pretty pitch. Rojas misses that one just a bit outside. For Casey Head. That one got away from Oscar a little bit. High and away for ball 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Low and away with that one. So from 0-2 to 3-2, a full count to Head. Got him swinging. Strike 3. And Casey Head will be out number 1 here in the Cabrillo 6th. We've gone 4 scoreless innings after Cabrillo opened up the game with a 1-run in the first. Cabrillo answered with 2 in the bottom of the first, and we've been scoreless since then. It's 2-1 Braves. With 1 out, pitcher Luke Kovac steps into the batter's box. Pitches and bats left-handed. Smacks this one over towards second. Nice play. Fielded off balance. Pivot, throw to first, and got the out. Very well done there by Isaiah Hernandez. And we've got 2 outs here in the 6th. A.J. Simmons up now for the Conquistadors with 2 down. Takes ball 1. And that ball had some swing to. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild at Boteri. Got him swinging, and Oscar's got it running right now. As the Conquistadors go in order here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left after 5.5 from Dan Boteri Field. Our score remains the Lompoc Braves 2, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 1. You are listening to the game of the week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here with you. And an update from across the way. After 4 complete innings on the softball diamond, it's Lompoc 3, Cabrillo 1. So the Cogs get a run across in the 4th. But the Braves still leading 3-1 on the softball diamond. Here it's 2-1 Braves. As we go to the bottom of the 6th. Cabrillo is running out of innings. Lompoc with the opportunity to pad the lead and get a few insurance runs here in the bottom of this inning. Sure they wouldn't mind tacking a few more on. And looks like we'll have Derek Argel coming up to bat. Number 9. Luke Kovac adjusting his socks and shoes out there on the mound. Margell will take one high and away for ball 1. Derek's first plate appearance of the day. Looks at the strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now. Two balls and a strike to Argel. Got in front of that one a little bit for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, an even count. Nobody on, no out here in the Braves half of the 6th. It's a 2-1 Lompoc lead. Swung on and missed. And Argel goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Takes us to number 21, Dylan Bailey. Little off-speed pitch on the outside for strike 1 called. Fouled off the backstop right in front of us for strike 2. Kovac working with a little bit of pace on the mound now for the Conquistadors. Fouls off a high one. Count stays 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the 6th for the Braves with nobody on. High fly ball, deep center field. That's going to drop at least 2. Bailey turns his corner for 3 and slides in safely for a 1-out triple by Dylan Bailey. And that ball was well hit in the deep center. Nobody had a chance to get that right in the gap. Best hit of the day so far goes to Dylan Bailey, number 21, and he's standing up at third with 1 out. Little conference on the mound now. Head coach Cole Osborne out to talk to Kovac. And now we're back to play. Gunnar Thomas drills the first pitch into right field, and that will score Dylan Bailey from third. Thomas wasting no time getting that RBI on his card. And it's 3-1 Braves with an RBI single by Gunnar Thomas after a big Dylan Bailey triple. 3-1 Braves. Thomas at first. And who's coming up to bat?
Bat for the Braves. Elijah.
Is that Bobo? Yep, Elijah Bobo, number 8. Picks up the bat for the first time today. Looks at strike 1. Foul out of play down first baseline. Bobo down 0-2 now with 1 out. Thomas over there at first for the Braves. 1-1 across here for Lompoc in the 6th. First scoring we've had in quite a while since the first inning. It's now 3-1 Lompoc. And there goes Gunnar Thomas. Unopposed with no throw to second base. By the looks of that, it looks like Gunnar Thomas can motor pretty good. He got in over there in a hurry. So now Thomas at second, 1 out. 0-2 pitch at the plate. Low and in the dirt. Cruz did a nice job stopping that one to hold Thomas at second. Bobo steps back in, now 1-2. There goes Thomas to third. Scoop at third base. The throw is high to first. Thomas will score from third on the overthrow. There goes Bobo to second. He'll have to hold there. But a throwing error from third base. Overthrows first. And another run scores for Lompoc. It's now 4-1. And Elijah Bobo stands at second base. Espinoza now up, top of the order for the Braves. And Espinoza will take ball one. Still only one out here in the Lompoc sixth. 2 runs across already. Bobo is going to get thrown out at third. Where's the call? Yes, they got him. They took off. Bobo took off, and they were able to throw the third and make the tag on the way by. A little delayed call there. But he is, in fact, out, so that will clear the bases and put 2 outs on the board. Back to Espinoza at the plate. Looks at one inside for strike 1. 1 ball and a strike now to Steven Espinoza with 2 down here in the Braves 6th. Low and in with that one for 2 balls. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Base is clear. It's a 4-1 Lompoc lead. Count now up to 3-1 with another one low and in. Three and one now with 2 down. Chopper over towards short. Long throw across. Throw was high, pulled him off the bag, tried to tag him on the way by and couldn't get it done in time. So with good hustle, Steven Espinoza makes it over to first base with a 2-out single. Unless you want to call out a throwing error on short, which you probably should. Either way, Espinoza at first with 2 out, and Oscar Rojas up to bat. Casual throw to first. Rojas, high, fly ball to deep center field. That's going to drop right by the fence. 1 run will score. Here comes Espinoza all the way from first. And Rojas hustles his way into third base. Slides in safely for a triple. An RBI triple for Oscar Rojas, and it's 5-1 Braves. And that was a well-hit ball, dead center field. Bounced just shy of the fence. So Rojas is at third. He'll get a pinch runner. Can't quite see who that is from here. The Braves have white numbers on white jerseys. Figure that one out. What I can tell you, though, it is 5-1 Braves. 3 runs across here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Isaiah Hernandez up to bat with a runner at third. That one bounces in front of the plate. Stopped nicely by Cruz. Ball 1. That one's just a bit high for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Hernandez. That one's in there. Nice looking pitch for strike one. Two-one pitch. Chopper over towards second. On the run. Throw to first. Should be in time. And it is. That'll record out number 3. That was an effective inning for the Braves here in the bottom of the 6th. They'll score 3 and leave 1 at third. After 6 complete, the Braves have up their lead. It's now Lompoc 5, Cabrillo 1. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe with you here at Votary Field. Another update from the softball diamond. After 5 complete innings over there across the other side of the campus, it's 3-1 Braves over Cabrillo. Okay, my update's squared away. We're going to the top of the 7th. This is Cabrillo's last chance. They're down to their last 3 outs. Rojas still on the mound for the Braves, trying to get the complete game win. Cabrillo now finds themselves in a 4-run hole. They need to score at least 4 to keep this game going to the bottom of the inning. Leading things off for the Conks here in the 7th will be number 23, Vicente Canchola. Starting to get a little Christmas in the air here down at Votary, as it will in the afternoons. Just wait, don't forget it's daylight savings time changing this Sunday, so it's going to get darker earlier. Ball 1 to Canchola. Outside corner called, strike 1, 1-1. Braves 3 outs away from opening up their Channel League season with a win. That one from Rojas is high. Takes the count to 2 balls and a strike to Canchola. Watches that one for strike 2 called. Evens the count at 2 apiece, 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Check swing called, strike 3. That will record out number 1 here in the Cabrillo 7th. Brings up Ethan Malta. He looks at strike 1. Malta takes a mighty hack at that one. And it's 0-2. Oscar working with some determination on the mound right now. And that one, inside pitch, nicked Malta on the way by, apparently, so he will walk to first. Oscar's first hit batter of the day, I believe. So a runner at first with 1 out. Brings up Zach Radabaugh, number 16. Zach, one of the younger players on this Cabrillo roster, 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. Quickly ahead of the count is right about 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, one out, one on for the Conks here in the top of the seventh. Conquistadors needing at least a 4-run rally to keep this game going. And I'm sure Oscar and the Braves have different ideas. High and in with that one for ball three. Three straight balls from Rojas. .30 pitch right down the middle, right about taking all the way. And it's 3-1. Nice breaking ball for strike two. So from 3-0 to a full count. .3-2 pitch from Rojas. Got him swinging. Strike three and out number two. So the Conks down to their final out. And they'll send Alfredo Cruz up to bat. Outside for ball one to Cruz. Malta's on first after being nicked by a pitch. And we've got two out. 1-0 pitch smacked right back to Oscar. He's going to toss it over underhanded to first. And that will retire the side and bring this one to an end. Cabrillo comes up empty here in the seventh. No runs. No hits, no errors. One man left on a hit batter. And that will bring this one to a close with a final score of 5-1. Braves come out on top. We went, had a little bit of scoring action in the first as Cabrillo scored first to start things off with one run. Cabrillo, Lompoc answered that with two of their own in the bottom of the first inning. Then we went four scoreless frames until Lompoc got three insurance runs in the bottom of the sixth. And our final score will be Lompoc 5, Cabrillo 1. Lompoc now will head to San Ynez to play the Pirates on Tuesday. And the Conquistadors will be off until next Friday when they go down to Santa Barbara to face the Dos Pueblos Chargers. So Lompoc's record will now be 2-4 on the year, 1-0 in league. Cabrillo still looking for their first win of the season. Is now 0-4 and starts off their league campaign at 0-1. And as for us, we will be back on the air next Tuesday as we change hats and go to our softball mode. We'll be up to Cabrillo Sports Complex as the Cabrillo Girls will take on the San Marcos Royals. That's next Tuesday the 10th. First pitch scheduled for 3:30, and we shall be there. Hope you can be there with us. It's been fun, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We want to remind you once again that New Tracks is coming up at 6 o'clock this evening. You can catch out some of the brand new music that we offer you to listen to on KPEG right here at 6 p.m. on New Tracks. Hope you can stay tuned for that. And then we got one more update, I think, before softball, before we leave. Indeed, 3-1 Braves lead after 6 complete. So it looks like the Braves can get out of the 7th inning. We're going to have a sweep here on Braves baseball and softball. Lompoc wins 5-1 in baseball. Lompoc leads 3-1 in softball after 6. So, for Bill Smith back at the studio, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed our baseball coverage. Again, we will see you next Tuesday From Cabrillo High School softball diamond as the San Marcos Royals come into town to take on the Cabrillo girls softball team. Once again, our final score here from Van Bottery Field, the Lompoc Braves 5, the Cabrillo Conquistadors nothing. Thank you much for listening, folks. We'll send you back now to the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet at 100.9 KPEG. Good night, everybody.